Hello, welcome to another screencast. My name is Eric Langhorst. I'm an 8th grade American history teacher in Liberty, Missouri, and this screencast goes on the Speaking of History blog and podcast, which can be found at www.speakingofhistory.blogspot.com. Well, we recently, in my classroom, my 8th grade classroom, finished up the unit on the War of 1812, and one of the things that we do talk about quite a bit during the War of 1812 is the fact that we wrote the Star Spangled Banner based upon a battle in that war. And I recently found this really neat interactive website from the Smithsonian specifically on the Star Spangled Banner, and just wanted to show you a couple features here. It's divided up into several categories along the top. You can learn more about the War of 1812, and there's some things about the attack on Baltimore. And one of the neat things about this interactive website is it has a little quiz on the bottom of each page. And I've already answered this one when I was previewing it, but you can answer the question, and then as you do that, it collects stars on the flag, and you go through and you try and collect all 14. So if you have students go to the site, they have to read the information, then answer the question that corresponds with it on the bottom of the page. They also have a very good section on the flag itself, and some really interesting things about the science of how they're preserving it. I've been able to use science quite a bit on various topics with my history students, and they usually find it very interesting, and they find how modern technology can be used to preserve the past, and it's a pretty good hook. So they've got some things about the flag. They also have some things about the actual lyrics and Francis Scott Key, and a lot of these pictures you have the ability to zoom in on. So here's the earliest known manuscript of Francis Scott Key's writing about the Star Spangled Banner. So you can actually look at the stanza that we sing today. So students find that pretty interesting to see that in handwriting. And then they have a section on the legacy, how the war or how the flag's been used in World War II, for example, or the flag in the Civil War. So if you click on the Civil War, some interesting things about how the flag was used in various ways and quilts. And then again, these do have little sections on the bottom where you can go to the next one, and then many of them have questions on the bottom. The coolest part of the site, I believe, is the Interact site. And if you come down here, you can again collect the different stars as you answer the questions. But my favorite feature of the web page is the Exploring the Flag feature. And my students are fascinated about the size of the flag itself. It's basically the size of 2 of our classrooms. And it has all these different areas that are hotspots that you can find out more about. So for example, when we look at the flag in my class, students typically ask, well, why is that little upside down V or A in the flag? And so you can click on that feature, and then it's going to give you the explanation, and it's talking about how it was sewn into the flag by Armistead, the widow of the commander of the fort at that time. You can always go back to reset, and you can pick another spot. If I'm clicking on the spot down here, it talks about how in 2000 they actually snipped all the little back stitches of the lining that they found was actually deteriorating the flag. And you can also zoom in on any section of the flag up here, and just slide it in across, and your students can look at any section of the flag. You can also turn the hotspots off down here. So that's the interactive flag. They also have a contest going on, so if you have any students that are really good at singing the national anthem, beginning at some point in February, they're going to have a contest open up where you sing the national anthem, you put it on YouTube, and they're looking for someone to perform the national anthem on Flag Day in Washington, D.C., and the winner will receive a trip. And they don't have the official date up yet, but there's a little thing on the bottom that says join our mailing list, and if you click on that, you can put your email in, and then they'll contact you when the contest starts. And then the last feature says share your story. They have a mosaic flag, and they have a couple of them filled in on the top, and you have the ability to choose a picture from Flickr, and then it writes your little description about your story and how you feel patriotic about the United States. So an excellent website from the Smithsonian. I'm definitely going to use it with my class next year, and just a neat way to be interactive and teach them a little bit about the Star Spangled Banner, so the next time they're at a baseball game or football game, they understand a little bit about its history. Thanks for listening. This has been Eric Langhorst from Speaking of History.